was, and lo and behold, it's a little weird because so I fixed the issue, the instance name, and then of course found out that one of the browsers still didn't work, and so I actually ran the fixit2, which was what my HTML file where I copy pasted and all that, and actually found out that actually worked on that, and I'm like, okay, so why is that working and not the index file, So I had turned off two other things in the file, which, when I tried to do different things to get things working, I turned off two things in regards of what do you call it, playlist, and so I turned two off. One which is like a trial thing, and I know there's some problems in regards because it's an empty folder. I've thought it would actually be able to find MP4 files because it can actually play MP4 files, and yet it doesn't work in regards of folder apparently. So if you get some MP4 files in, it doesn't find the MP4 files. If you do it with MP3 files, it does it, and in regards to the video player, it does can do both as well. So I'm just, why wouldn't this actually work with MP4 files as well? I know, it can, if you can mark up a list of MP4 files and it works, without any problem. So I don't know if it's a bug or whatever, or something that he just haven't made support for. It's just anyway. So I went in and turned those off in the index files, and lo and behold, it works. So a name change and turning those two off, and I think I'm up and running again. Now, who knows in regards of other browsers out there what problems there could be, but at least 3 of the browsers that I have on the computer now works again. Nice to see that something is working again. But that works on all of them now. And with the colors and all that, so... Now, of course, I don't know if it works on the mobile and all that, and I have multiple mobile browsers that I've tried things with as well to see how the applications are working with that as well. Trying to set things up. We can have a look, see how it goes. Okay, do we actually? Okay. To see, I think I have turned that off. It's a little annoying to delete these things every single time you need to update, because if you don't do that, you will get to the same place where you might not want to go. Oh no, don't tell me the browser has problems. No, we're actually running the wrong. That's Fixit. Okay, no, we don't want to go to the Fixit. We want to go to the index files and see if it actually works. It's loading as far as it goes, and hopefully it will come up. Waiting and waiting. Yeah, it might be a little slow in regards of recording and all that. So it says it's loading, but of course I would have expected it to be up now. So that's not a good sign. That's actually a very, very bad sign. Oh no, that comes. Oh, it works. Yeah, it's probably because it uses a lot of the mobile when you're recording. So there we go with the player, and actually it looks pretty good, doesn't it? In regards of the colors and all that, I think it's cool. And I can actually, there's a function where you can actually have more visible items. That's 12 now. See, how many was it? Was it 16 or something like that? I could still... Now, of course, different people have different mobiles, so I should be aware of that. Apparently, there's not an automatically thing in regards of... but as long as I'm testing it for myself, I can go full in, I guess. All in regards of... Let's see if it wants to come. So it you know the problem if you turn the screen 90 degrees and you have it full here, it has problems on the other end in some sense, but maybe that was one too many, but it does seem to. Is it possible to? Yeah, it actually is possible. It's pretty high. There's a lot of things I need to turn off as well. I can see. We'll also get some more space on that. I guess 15 might be a better number in regards of this. Then it will still be. Yeah, let's try to update it. And no, it's still running. Oh no, okay, it's still. But anyway, it's looking pretty good. It's going forward at least, But these are the things that you run into while setting up the application. And I must say, I have the thing is I got outdated versions in the beginning, so I sat working on outdated versions and found out that I was working on outdated versions. And then I got another version that I began to work on, which should have been an update, and then I found out that there was actually another version which actually had the sticky version that was actually more updated. And I'm like, what? So it's like, give me a break, because it actually took, every time you take from settings from one file to another, there's a lot of settings in this program. So you're sitting there and you're checking with the old file, for the things that you already have done and all that. But it still takes a long time it took me a good amount of time to get all the settings in, and then need to do it again, so if I just had the newest version from the beginning, I wouldn't have, gone through all that, that was kind of bullshit, I think. But as you can see I've made it rainbow colors now. Not all the links are working, but it was to see how it actually looked. And it actually looks pretty good. And of course I can just push there, and then I would be able to see the things on the in regards to the website. And yeah, looks pretty good. And 7 colors, of course, in regards of, not in regards of 6 as the homosexuals are using. And the idea is that you should be able to download files, but I'm not sure if that's okay, it's downloading. Actually, it's downloading. Okay, it's just out. Okay, it doesn't even say anything. It's just downloading it. Okay, it's just downloaded a couple of them. I have a second screen you can't see. So it has a top screen, a second screen on this mobile, and it just showed me that it downloaded these things. Okay, so that seemed to work. If that, of course, depend in regards of. It seems like it was the right files, because the old version that was no, that doesn't look good. Now that seems to actually be broke. 523 bits doesn't sound right. That sounds like it's not working. Pretty much. And I shouldn't expect anything, because it's not working apparently. So that's sad. So I'll guess I'll have to toy around with that as well to see if it's possible. No, that's not going to work. But at least it did something, but it didn't really download. Anyway, I guess I can make a list of things I have problems with, and hopefully the guy will correct some of the things and update the application. That would be nice, because there are, things that it's not totally sterile clean, right? There are some things where you're thinking this shouldn't have been, this should have been tested out before sending it out to people, because people like me that are newbies, needing to toy around and figure out what is wrong and all that, and finding out that, that he actually made some issues in the HTML file. and then you can find the solutions in the help file. But you would expect that the HTML file actually worked as they should, right? So but there are problems anyway. So there's a lot of problems, and little by little I'll and hopefully we can. It has a lot of features for sure. Well, now we go with the download, but again, it's not downloading the right. Okay, there's some features here. This feature is not in regards of how quick it is. This one I can remove, and I'm not sure if I can remove that icon and still have it down here. But there's absolutely some things that can be removed from the. I wonder why he might not have put those two down here, I don't really know in regards to the search bar. But the thing is, if you remove it, there's just empty space. So there's no idea in removing it, But you could, one could have had two of the icons maybe down here, But anyway, I guess the old version, didn't I actually set it up in regards, because in the old version, I think I did set up in regards of not not these icons, or maybe I didn't. I still have the old version I can take a look at, but I think in regards of updating all the things, from the old files, so it should be much of the same. And yet I see all these icons. At least one of the icon can be removed, and maybe two. As long as it stays down here. That's in regards of sharing. There's not really a need for that, I think. There's that one button where you get it up in a full screen. I guess actually it might not be so bad actually having a smaller player on the website itself, and that can also actually be seen when you turn the mobile around, and the music player actually works when you turn it 90 degrees around and all that. So you don't need to update like the video player. So that's nice. So even if it's small in regards to how many songs you can see, like 6 or 5 or whatever, you would be able to get into this mode, this full screen mode. But the problem, of course, with that is that I don't think it actually, in regards to the MP4 files, we can try and make it run and see if it just. Okay. There we go. Then it does seem to continue to play, but I tested it. I think every time in regards to the MP4 files, they stop after one play. I don't know if there can be anything done with that on the mobile. I've tried multiple browsers, and so it plays the song, and this browser also does it if I go out of it. But a lot of the browsers actually stops the playing of the song when you go out, which of course is not so good if you. But anyway, it plays one song and then it stops. And it would have been nice if it actually would just have gone on, as it does on the computer. So not entirely sure why it doesn't do it on the mobile, but something I can, when I begin to have I can collect all the things there and send them to him or something like that in regards of it doesn't do this, it doesn't do that, right? So maybe he will look at the things and maybe have some good answers in regards of it. Figuring out. And I guess he probably have a lot of other things to look into in regards to all the other applications that he's making. So I'm not sure how much he himself actually are testing these things. So I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, let's see if it. Well, that's nice. It's nice it's working again, at least so far so good. Back to square one in some sense, and then one can move forward. But here we have Chrome and we have Opera. We have 3 different Opera browsers, and then I downloaded MX5, which I have no idea. But anyway, I tried different browsers, and I have 2 more. I have my original browser down here, Adaware. That's my favorite browser. And then they have their updated, not Adaware, Adblock. And the Adblock newer edition beta is apparently on Chromium, and the other is on Firefox. And the Firefox, can actually play while going out like now. But the Chromium seems to stop, And of course, some of the Opera stops, and overall the Chrome thing stops. Google Chrome stops it. So I think MX5 actually also stops MP4 files. But some of them play MP3 files, So that's, I guess. Anyway. Just incredible how many issues you need to have, right? With different problems. It should just work, right? But nope. Then one browser doesn't like this, another browser doesn't like that, and the third browser doesn't like whatever, And then you need to sit there and try to make everybody happy in some sense. It's just, it's incredible how we can't have a standard that they follow, right? No. So, yeah, it stopped. So I don't think it will play one more. And I did testing earlier on, and every single browser stopped, even if you're on the place, even if you're in it. So that of course destroys or ruins the idea of. Now of course I wouldn't actually suggest anyone to do it anyway, regardless of mobile. At least one would need to be away from the mobile, but radiation, there's so much radiation around us. So in regard to having it on the mobile, I think actually would be the best thing. But still, who knows? It still would like it to do what I want it to do, of course. So, but if we go here, yeah. Let's see if it starts it. Nope. It's just readying, saying, hey, I played the first file and all that. You need to push again to play the next file. And that, I don't know if it's a mobile thing, that they have something, that protects against, I don't know. Or maybe it's the application that might be the problem. I don't know. But yeah, apparently download of MP4 files didn't work. I wonder in regards to MP3 files. Let's see that. Maybe the program can only wasn't it I can't remember if it was MP3 files I downloaded before MP4. I'm getting tired. I think it actually might have been MP4 files we downloaded in. I guess I'm a little, my brain is fried. It works best in in the morning when of course I need to wake up, but when you're somewhat fresh, right? See, it's downloading it, but it doesn't really say. It gives a name. It's just MP2. Let's see here. Let's download a couple of them and see what happens. It starts playing and all that. It's a little small on the screen when you're even with a big mobile, as big screen as I have here. It's kind of small, but I guess it works. Well, you can play that in the background as well, but that actually continues to play for some numbers. I think it stops at some point, after a while. I haven't, I can't remember everything. I think I actually have run it in the past, but I'll have to test that at some point to see what happens, and it will probably be the same with the different browsers in regards to that. There is an option also to remove video. Maybe that will change the things in regards of how the browsers are interacting with the application. I don't know. I have to try that out. So again, there's a lot of factors playing in, you know, and a lot of settings. Let's check what it downloaded actually. If the MP3 files actually got downloaded, I would be interested. But the names was not correct, you know. No, it doesn't work. 502 bits and all that, so the files are pretty much broken. You know, nothing to do with the true files. It's a little sad, you know. Yeah, that you know, hopefully that these things are something that can be fixed, you know, because the idea, you know, when you're looking at it, and looks pretty good, right, and it has all these features and all that, but you know, has a lot of broken things as well, it seems. So, but yeah, that should be going, you know. You see the black thing in regards to the name. I guess if you didn't have you wouldn't actually need this thing up here. Actually, you could actually, maybe you can actually get some more space. Actually, I think you can turn it off. If I turn that off and all that, and you know, I don't know if I can give it any color in regards to down here, but then it would actually be a replacement for that, you know, so just to get some more space, you know. And space is nice on the mobile because we don't have that much space, you know. So the more space we have, the better. So maybe I can actually remove that, but of course then one cannot, you know, forward or backward, which would be a problem. Yeah. Yeah, of course, it would have been nice if one could actually have used it as you know, down at the where it is, you know, used it as you know, where you can take and push like this, but that's not possible, you know. But that would, you know, be a way of actually still having the features and then just having it. But of course, there might be some problems in regards to these things over to the right. But of course, one could then squeeze it a little and just have these outside of it in some sense. You would still have a lot of the feature then. And yeah. And of course, if you're turning it on the long period here, then I can actually see how many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. That's a good, you know, that's a good amount, you know. 7, 6 or 7 or something like that. That's pretty good. It's not bad. And I guess I can push that to get it closed if it wanna work. I guess it's a little slow. But the idea was that it should collapse the folder thing, the playlist. But doesn't seem to do much. Might just be slow, or it might just be doing nothing, you know. But again, I can from the settings make it, you know, to have 6, for example, and then it will also have 6 on the other side, you know, the 90 degrees on the height and all that. So that of course won't be that many, but you have the possibility of opening another window, of course, and getting into a full screen mode. Oh, I think we're actually in full screen mode, are we not? Actually, I can't remember if we were in, but it works. Looks. But I do like the rainbow colors, you know. The rainbow colors was a pretty neat idea, I think. That gives it a, you know, in regards of 7, 7, 7, 7, and so forward. And the rainbow colors is like a little biblical thing in regards of it, you know. That's loading. But yeah, that gives it a little flair, I think. I might be needing to change the colors slightly here and there. But oh, it looks pretty awesome, I think. But it's a little tedious to actually sit and fix the colors and all that, and I wonder if it could maybe be done on another way. I don't know if one can use any what is called CSS to be able to just put one number and then change a lot of them. And I really can't remember much in regards of HTML, but I don't think it should be that difficult in regards of CSS. The problem is if the application that, the player application, if that can actually do that, if one can actually make a script inside the, you would think that it would be possible, but I don't know. Oh well, seems to be working again, so that's nice. Again, a little slow because I'm recording. So I guess I'll continue with it. Just interesting, these issues that one gets, We could of course try it over here as well. Did I have the copy paste for it? Paste. Let's try it. No. I wonder why I would get that from. Anyway, let's see if it works. As always, it seems to work, but yeah, it's there's too many, and of course this player apparently have a bar down here, so it, you can have even less on the screen. I think you can remove that bar, but anyway. So yeah, it just looks like it works anyway. Just need to make it a little smaller, and then we have the other browsers, they should work. But of course, you never know. It's probably loading, or yep. That actually has more space apparently. Then it get a good amount of room up there. Okay, now it moves a little up again here. Okay. Oh yeah, it looks like it's working. I don't know why they have 3 browsers. No idea. Anyway, I can see the swimming hole is actually opening, so would be nice with a swim. Hopefully I can also soon get on and hit the fungus again, because I'm afraid that the fungus is actually, that it's going slowly in the wrong direction, but I'm not sure, It could be either way. It's hard to say, if it's going in the good direction or in the wrong direction. But I like to hit it hard again for sure, so it doesn't get the chance to begin to make my life totally miserable again. Totally, at the point where it's just too much, where it just gets way, you get to the point where this is utterly terrible. One thing is to have, some here and some there and all that. But it was really, 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 really itching. But I can feel it still in my body here and there. And I really do wonder if it's actually in which direction it is going at the moment. Is it going in the wrong direction, or is it going in the positive direction? It's hard to say. But it's absolutely still around, that's for sure. So this is very sad. It would have been nice to see it totally wiped out. But of course, sometimes they go up to 8 weeks, as I understand it, and I did 4 weeks, so I didn't have any more diflucan after that. And I'm not even sure if I can get more. They are not too happy to give it out, these white coat butchers. I already had a struggle to get it. And so it's terrible because they want to give you vaccines, right? Hey, free vaccines, right? They want to give you, fungus poison and many other insanities and all that, but don't ask about antifungal. It's incredible. It's utterly criminal when people are going around with fungus issues that that the medical mafia won't have a deeper look. It's a huge overlooked issue in our society. They believe that you can pretty much only have like systemic fungus infection if you have HIV or cancer, it's incredible. There's just, so, which of course is false, but, so a lot of people are getting mistreated, and, over time we get murdered by these people. Yeah. It's sad. I can feel it like different places, a little here and a little nipping and so forward here and there. And the eyelids, the nose still, again, it's not as much as it was before, that's for sure. But, again, I wonder, is it actually going in the right or wrong direction? Are the fungus, even if I'm taking all these antifungals, at least some antifungals, is it actually going, is it actually killing it more, or are the fungus actually not having a problem with it? Apparently we have some problems with it. So, and of course, hopefully it goes in the right direction. But again, it's hard to say. Paste. It's also tedious sitting and trying different browsers to look at if it works, But yeah, I guess that's one of the things you need to do if you want to make sure that it shows up and works on the different browsers, right? Then you have to try them, right? It's just incredible how much tedious waste of time that in our days that. So it's a nice orange icon I got, Just I think it's very important to have an icon so you can quickly find what you're looking for. Just this little small thing can really do a huge amount of difference in regards of finding a lot of websites don't have an icon, and it's really weird that they don't, because it makes it so much easier to find it again, on the list. Anyway, it looks like it works. Oh, that's nice. Oh well, I guess that's all for me. I should get out and take a swim. I'm really tired, and thereby it would be a good idea to actually get going now and take a swim and maybe wake a little up by the swim. I don't think I will, but at least get the swimming over and maybe get some food or something like that, as well afterwards. But yeah, and then go to bed pretty much. And be fresh tomorrow, another day in regards of, there's a lot of things, and there's always a lot of things to do. Anyway, have a good one, all of you. May Jehovah be with you, and ye shall be a most precious pearl, and the Spirit of truth be in us all. Amen. Have a good one. And of course, I'm wasting time sitting here and talking to the camera, I guess, I just like a break,